Welcome back to Weather Center in the heart of Tornado Alley. It has been a terrifying weekend.
Across a wide stretch of the Midwest, spring storms have brought misery to thousands and near total devastation to this one town. That's Greensburg, Kansas. Looking for anyone who may still be trapped in the rubble left by Friday's tornadoes. The massive twister demolished most of the south central Kansas town. At least 9 people are known dead in the area, 8 of them right here in town, and 1 in a nearby county.
Okay, we've got severe weather continuing, and in Florida, there's your watch area until 8 o'clock this evening. We've got several warnings now, primarily for the north central coast here, the Space Coast. Also one out here in rural Collier County, but those storms are heading towards those of you around Fort Myers and Naples and those beaches on the southwest coast. Meanwhile, let's update you around Palm Bay. We've got warnings now for Marion, Indian River County, over towards Orlando. We've got this dangerous storm. A lot of lightning. Wind gusts could be in excess of 50, maybe 60 miles an hour. So the threat for straight line wind damage continues, and we will keep you updated as the storms move down to the south at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Into North Dakota, tornado watch until 7. And as of a few minutes ago, we had no warning, severe thunderstorm or tornado. So right now we do have some storms north of Bismarck, right along the river, heading up towards Belcourt. Devil's Lake, you may get some lightning and thunder too, but things have been relatively quiet so far today in that neck of the woods. But here's where we have more problems again today in the Central Plain states. 2 tornado watches, both of these in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. Now, most of the action so far has been in western Oklahoma and up through the Wichita area. We've only had severe weather over the past few hours, several tornado warnings, but no sightings since late this morning. So things have looked up so far, but now we have a train of dangerous storms here. Again, a threat for tornadoes, and we have tornado warnings now for those of you in western Comanche County, also for those of you in Woodward, and also in Woods County. Well, actually, Woods County just expired a few minutes ago, but let's slow down the radar and we'll put it into static mode. And once again, you can see these warnings now have been changed to severe thunderstorm warnings. We had a tornado warning for Comanche County until 3:45, but that has, I guess they have canceled that early for what I can see here, because right now we're just showing severe thunderstorm warnings and nothing up in Comanche County. Around Wichita, we've had problems out around Harper, up towards Cheney. We had earlier tornado warnings. Those have since expired, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now for Sedgwick County. Northwest side of town getting the heaviest rain, and again, the threat for tornadoes and wind gusts. And around Kansas City, little if any severe weather, but we have a lot of heavy rain moving over saturated ground, and that means the threat for more flooding. And we have a lot of you under either flash flood warnings or flood warnings in Kansas and the Kansas City area. Dave?
And if you've been watching the Weather Channel the last couple of days, you've heard all about the destruction that occurred in Greensburg, Kansas due to a tornado on Friday night. Unfortunately, there's the threat of more severe weather right now, and we bring in our Dr. Greg Forbes, our severe weather expert. Dr. Forbes, are they getting more rough weather here right now?
Yeah, they sure are. A half hour ago, a hailstorm went across town, gave ping pong ball size hail in Greensburg. Flooding is another problem. Let's take a look here in Sky Tracker. You see one train of thunderstorms. Now it's just a little bit off to the west of Greensburg. Another series coming up out of Oklahoma, going a little bit to the east, but occasionally one will fill in. There's another one heading on the way in another 15 minutes. So small hail, torrential rain, of course, a lightning threat. And this, of course, is hampering the cleanup. You can't be outside cleaning up when there's a lightning threat in the air. All of these storms just moving along the same path because they're moving with the steering. They get pushed along by those mid and upper level winds. Now, Friday night, we have some video of the damage. This was around 10 p.m. Friday night. The National Weather Service has confirmed a 1.5 mile wide path through the town. Look, there's nothing left there, just slabs of the foundations, and then a few of these individual structures. You can recognize something that had been there, and some kind of a machine, industrial plant there. Just slabs left, just piles of debris left. This has been rated an EF5. That means that some of these buildings that there's nothing left but rubble. That ranks up around the 200-mile-per-hour range. Some of those schools that were knocked down. Here the house has been pushed off the foundation. It had a basement, and even the whole house, the top floor is gone, and it's been pushed off and slid away. Sometimes these are called sliders. The tornadoes ranked on the worst damage, so right in around there, that's some of the worst damage. Not every place got hit equal. Estimated winds up to gusts about 205 miles per hour took place. Let's switch sources here and we'll see, put this in perspective. Kiowa County, home to Greensburg, that's in Tornado Alley. But that county has only been hit about once every other year, 25 tornadoes since 1950, and there had never previously in that county been a fatality on record. There had been one F5 in the county. It did not hit Greensburg. Greensburg was hit by an F3 back in 1923. That's the worst previous tornado. 40 homes damaged, then 20 destroyed. Today, it's those thunderstorms I was talking about firing up at the dry line, then moving north into Kansas that are continuing to be the problem. And that's a dry line area, West Oklahoma, West Texas. That's where the biggest tornado threat is. Some severe weather threat over into Missouri. The farther north you get, it's not quite as moist and unstable. Some severe weather there as well as in Florida. So not quite as bad a day today, but still there could be some strong tornadoes out there in places. Mike, Dave?
Thanks, Dr. Forbes. It's a tough day across the plains. Bad news is some of the same areas hit yesterday will be hit again today.
And besides the threat of tornadoes, there's also a threat of flooding. We'll pinpoint the areas of concern next.